It's always good to have Jack Catterall and Sam Jones very kindly giving up a bit of time on a Saturday night to come and join us on the programme. Jack, I'll come to you first. How are you, mate? You good?
Yep, very good, thank you.
Hey, good. Jack, how you doing, mate?
All good, top one.
How was was it warm weather training or was it family holiday in the Middle East?
It was a bit of both. We was out there. We had a bit of cold weather at home, so a couple of us, Jamie, a couple of lads and girls in the gym, we went out there for a week or two. Bit of training, bit of chilling. And we're back now. All systems go.
Bit of life, but what can't beat that life.
What's happening, Jack? Where are we at, mate? Like, you know, is it on? Is it off? Is it Saudi? Is it England? I mean, what's the news?
You know what? It's been ongoing for some time now. Last couple of months, it's been frustrating, but I'm confident now. We're in a position where hopefully over the next week we can get something announced. I've put all my faith and trust into Sam, and he's been doing a great job. And I'm doing what I can do. I'm in the gym preparing. From what I'm hearing, Taylor wants to fight. His team wants to fight. We're in the same position, so I don't think we're too far away from an announcement.
Cool. Well, he was on our show last week. We were in Liverpool with him. He said exactly what you've just said there, that he does want that fight. Let's bring your manager in, Sam. Sam, how are you? You good?
Yeah, all good. How are you guys?
Hey, Sam, how's things, mate?
Very well. Now, listen, obviously you're at the coalface here, making this deal and trying to get this fight over the line, the rematch between, obviously, Jack and Josh Taylor. What is the current state of play?
It's been excruciating, if I'm honest with you, Adam. It's been a few months now with of going backwards and forwards, and there's been a lot of it could be happening, it might not, but the bottom line is I'm working quite closely with Josh's lawyer, Tom Grant, who he wants to fight. Look, Josh has instructed his lawyer, Tom, that he wants to fight. Jack most definitely wants to fight, and we're getting somewhere now, Adam. We are getting somewhere. We're making progress, and hopefully...
What's been the problem? What's been the problem? Because it seems, from a fan point of view, obviously people that are not involved in the conversations, it seems a bit of a no-brainer. It seems quite straightforward to be able to do. So what's been the problem?
Look, Jack's obviously... it's so hard to kind of explain and put into terms, but look,
in a nutshell, is it that the numbers don't stack up? Because that's where I'm sort of seeing
those words have been sending me crazy, Spencer, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Hearing the numbers that say
what I'm saying is both guys have got a value, right? Both guys have got a value.
For sure, the fight's got a value. And listen, it's not like downplaying Josh, because like what I always say, and I always give Josh props. Jack won't, because they don't like each other, and I know Josh doesn't like me, but Josh Taylor is a former undisputed champion, and he deserves respect, and he deserves paying with respect. But obviously he has to come down a little bit on price, because he's coming off the back of, well, one defeat, but really two defeats. But listen, the both boys want to get paid, and we had a small talk about the fight going to the Middle East. And listen, I'm not against any fight going to the Middle East, but I just think this specific fight needs to be in front of the UK fans. That's my opinion of the fight. And Jack and Josh were definitely Jack were prepared to take a dip in cut for that to happen. Obviously, DAZN they don't see it as a pay-per-view fight. And I believe that on any other network, it probably is. Listen, Jack is Jack's coming off two very good wins. Josh is the same. He's not in the best of form at the moment, we say. But if you can tell me a more realistic fight to be made, like now, like you look at Eubank Ben, we don't know if that fight's going to happen. They're going to have to... Kell Brook's going to have to take his slippers off, and he's going to come after fight. But I'm talking about British grudge match where I'm not just exaggerating here. The boys don't like each other. They really, really don't like each other. The build-up's going to be fantastic. And in this fight, I genuinely believe you're going to get a conclusive winner inside the distance. And I genuinely believe Jack's going to stop him. I heard your interview the other week, Spencer, saying that, Josh is going to beat Jack. But listen, It's opinions that matter.
Absolutely.
It's opinions that matter, and everyone's entitled to opinion. And I'm happy you've got that opinion, because when Jack does stop him, everyone's going to give Jack his props. And I don't want to ramble on too much about it, but I don't want Josh Taylor's career to be based on the fact that someone who's won all those belts. This is me speaking on behalf of Josh Taylor as well. I'm doing him a favor putting this fight together, because he doesn't want to walk down the street and people say, "Oh, fight Jack Catterall. He got robbed." He doesn't deserve that, and Jack Catterall doesn't deserve to be walking, running his daily errands and being told you got robbed. The fight needs to happen.
But the way
it's a brilliant fight.
The way Jack won that last fight, 9 of the 12 rounds, the fight has to happen again, though, doesn't it? From Josh Taylor's point of view, because it was so conclusive, the first one, in Jack Catterall's favour, that Josh has to go over old ground.
Yeah, but he said that on the show with us last week, didn't he?
Josh said that.
Josh, to his credit, last week in Liverpool, said all the things that you're saying, Sam, so he's on board. One question I've got for yourself and Jack in particular. Josh has spoken about moving up from 140. Obviously, you're at 140, Jack. What is the situation regarding weight of this particular fight?
You know, for me, he's talked about going up before he fought Lopez, and I spoke to Sam and I said, look, I'm comfortable fighting him, whether it's at a catch weight, even at 147, it doesn't matter to me. It's it become quite personal over the last year, and I'm happy to get it on. It doesn't matter the weight. I believe Josh has now said he wants to fight at 140, which is fine. We proposed even to meet at a catch weight, so for me, it's just about getting the fight done. And
location? I know that obviously Sam's just alluded to the fact that wanting to do it in the UK. Josh said the exact same thing last week. The original one was obviously in Scotland. Would you go back up there?
You know what? It's not ideal, and I believe I kind of earned my right to say we don't have to go back to Scotland. I think we should meet in a neutral venue. That's still to be decided, but pick a venue, anything outside of the Hydro, and I'm happy to be there.
Is Saudi Arabia still in the running?
Sam?
Spencer, I want like what I said there.
Yeah.
I would love Jack to fight in Saudi Arabia, as anybody would. Jack wants to fight. But this particular fight, I believe, deserves to be staged whilst all these big fights are taking place in Saudi Arabia. I believe this fight, the British boxing fans deserve it, and they deserve it in the UK. And that is the main reason why I'm working literally round the clock to try and get this done. I'm not joking. I've been in boxing nearly 10 years. This is the hardest I've ever pushed and worked for a fight to happen, and I'm confident we're going to get it done. I'm honestly, and it's going to be like a fantastic event. It's going to be a great build-up. It's going to be spiteful, nasty. It's going to have everything we all love as fans involved in this fight. And when it comes to the weight, we can't give away too much, but like we've been. Jack's very, very easy, like, to work with. Like, he's almost like too easy. He said to I literally came off the phone. I'll give you an example. I was on the phone call today, and Jack said, Josh can, anywhere in England, Josh can pick the venue. He can hand pick the venue where we go, and we'll see you there on the specific date.
Just listen, it's all good to hear, and hopefully we're all going in the right direction of getting this fight on, because it makes an awful lot of sense for the fans. I just want to talk about you and your career now, Jack, and obviously Sam, who's managing that going forward. I felt that you were, in the aftermath of the Taylor fight, I thought that you were harshly dealt with by all the sanctioning bodies. Obviously, you were highly ranked with the WBO, and I know that was for the Undisputed Championship. So I expected, given the way that fight played out, that you would be propelled straight back in, eliminators or whatever it may be, and you seem to be mugged off a little bit by those sanctioning bodies. You've been presented recently with an opportunity to fight an eliminator going down the IBF route. Both of you, if you could just talk to us about why that is not going to come to fruition and why we're going down this route with Josh instead.
You know what it is, Adam? This fight that we've just been talking about, that we've been working on for some months now. Over the last couple of weeks, we've made progress. It's a fight that both me and Josh want to happen, want to make. And that fight took precedence for me. It's more personal. It's a big fight. It's a big domestic fight. And of course, I want to be world champion and challenge for the world titles. But for me, I'm sick of getting up and going to the gym and, like Sam said, going about my daily errands and being asked about this fight. And when I found out there was a chance of it getting made, I've instructed Sam and my promotional team to push and make this fight happen.
That's
Brilliant.
fair. That's fair. And with all due... Listen, I know that obviously a fight with Richardson-Hitchens would have propelled and made you the IBF #1, but nobody knows when that would be called. A fight with Josh Taylor, a conclusive victory over the guy that was absolute the guy at 140, puts you in the mix with a conversation for the likes of the Teofimo Lopez's, the Devin Haney's, those types of characters going forward. Listen, I know that obviously Sam's in charge of the negotiations. I hope it comes to fruition, because I think a lot of fight fans are actually invested in this, as Sam alluded to a month or two ago regarding the grudge match between the pair of you. Josh was speaking that he wanted it last week. You're speaking like you wanted it this week. Have you got an ideal date of when you would like to get this done? Are we talking pre-summer?
Jack said in the garden tomorrow.
Well, he definitely deserves that opportunity, mate, without a doubt, after that last contest. So, look, let's hope we see that fight again. Yeah, we really look forward to that.
Spence, Adam, thank you.
Listen, top man, thank you very much for being on the programme. Sam, thank you very much for your time as well, my man.
Nice one, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Appreciate you. Listen, it's a fight that every fight, as Sam alluded to there, you know, you've got the narrative. Controversy always brings cash. Hopefully the fans come out, they buy a ticket.
Yeah.
And these boys do get recompense well. We want all fights to get recompense well, but more importantly, we want that fight to take place. Two fantastic fighters.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, it's been nearly 2 years in the making, this rematch now. You know, you felt that should have happened within the 6 months, really. You know, Jack Catterall deserved that, if I'm totally honest. And both guys, you know, went sort of different directions. And let's hope that he gets that opportunity. Be interesting to see where that fight lands, actually, because I was speaking to Simon Jordan about that, and he said that he's got inside information, like the guy said there, that Josh Taylor will make 140. And I said, I think he's outgrown 140.
Do you think?
I think he's outgrown 140. I really do. I think that he's just too big for 140 for me. Maybe. I think that...
It'd be interesting to see if he does do it, because on the scales...
That would go heavily in Catterall's favour at 140. I think anything above that, you start, like I said to you, like, that's why I'm saying, look, he knows what it is now, Taylor, and you go, I think the higher the weight, the more advantage that is for Josh Taylor, definitely. I think at 140, then, you know, it's sort of like a different fight for me.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.